it's always hard to create when you get overwhelmed by the world. I've had so many people lay out how they feel like it's purposeless. What's even the point of creating music when you are tapped into the the heaviness of humanity and the weight of the world and all that stuff. All the continuous war, the culture war, the provoking of civil war, and just all this bloodshed.
The heaviness, like I said, the heaviness of the division of people, just being like, ugh, really makes you want to just hide away and never come out. But at the same time, you're like, I want to make stuff, I want to create things, I want to be with my friends, and as we should, even harder, honestly. It's a very important time to really have empathy for people and really look within ourselves. We are all human, and we all do the same things: eat, shit, sleep, survive, create stuff, work. We really shouldn't have these insane differences.
Well, that's like the big sort of reveal with this whole, assassination. The reveal is who's sort of holding on to humanity, who wants to be stuck in the material forever, who recognizes that there's a bigger issue going on. I think we're at this moment of transcendence of sorts where, the human spirit is being sort of defined in this existential way more than ever, or at least we're seeing it on a broader scale than ever before. But that's the split that we've been anticipating, and it's just coming more and more clear. There's still a lot of turbulence in the near future, I believe. Dawning of an era. What have I had to do to continue moving forward? Is recognizing how to regulate myself and bring some coherence to my mind, soul, body, all that stuff. And that takes kind of, without making too much of an oxymoron, diligent mindfulness, almost micromanaging mindfulness throughout the day, because I'm sitting in front of the computer, making content, doing the day job, feeling like I'm going crazy, feel like my eyes are going crossed. It takes a lot to stabilize the heart and regulate the brain waves, get outside and move your body and move your, do the exercises that bring the sort of mind-heart coherence back into place. And if it has to happen multiple times a day, that's what we're doing right now.
With all the heaviness and the distortion and just the hatred, the teams, you got to pick your teams. I'm like, come on, people, team humanity over here. Like, it's gotten to be just so polarizing. But it is really wonderful to see certain people stand up and be like, no, this is not how human beings should be or act. This is not normal. We have to think about how we've been programmed to hate, and to hate people that just have a different opinion than us. That's not okay. It's not how we would be in our day-to-day lives. It's not how we would treat our neighbor. It's not how we would hang out with friends, and if our friends had a different political stance or they believed in a different religion, we're not like, oh, you deserve to die because of this. This is just not where we should be in 2025, but apparently it is. And it's very disheartening. So it makes it hard to want to keep going, really, because it just seems so dystopic and dreadful. But I think it's more important now than ever to actually lift our vibration to a higher frequency, a love frequency, and really open our hearts to our fellow loved ones, our fellow human beings, and shift the darkness to the light, because if we don't do that, it could get really ugly. But I believe that it won't get 100% ugly. I believe that there will be a shift in our consciousness where we're going to say no more. We're not going to deal with the lies, the bloodshed, the division. We're not doing it anymore. We are going to shift our perspectives, shift our consciousness, shift our awareness to making a better future for all of us, because we have the power to do that. We humans actually have the power to do that. We don't have to be manipulated by the powers that shouldn't be anymore. This is like a huge wake-up call that us humans need to come together and have love for each other.
Well, and we've said it before, and we'll say it again, that your neighbor is not your enemy.
No.
Your neighbor's not your enemy like the satanic cult is your enemy.
Dude, your neighbor's not your enemy like the evil overlords. They're the enemy. It's crazy. I mean, we really need to wake up to this. We're in this really heavy eclipse season too, where all the energy is really about to burst, and it's already bursted, to be honest.
When you are around someone who is very frantic or manic, you feel that energy. The people we surround ourselves with, we are naturally coercing ourselves into a shared consciousness, and especially for these low vibe emotions that are coming out in every direction. You know, obviously there's so much anger and despair and hatred. It is on each one of us to do some self-regulating exercises and bringing ourselves back to center, remembering what we're here for, and persisting forward in what our callings are and what our mission is.
And we really do have to be people of defiance.
Oh, she said it.
We have to, though. We have to become people of defiance, and we got to change the flow. We don't want to be on a crash course to hell over here, to complete dystopian insanity. The more divided we are, the more we're going to go that route. But I know so many people's hearts are full of love and can see the PSYOP for what it is, and really realize that this is such an important time to hold that vibration to a higher realm, a higher light, and have love for each other. And maybe we don't like very much. Maybe there's people we don't really like that much, but to wish death on them or to celebrate somebody's death is just pure insanity. The brainwashing, the programming, the constant media shoved down our throats to hate this group, hate that religion, hate these people for this. It's all manipulation, and we don't have to do it. We actually have the choice. We have free will. We have the choice not to participate in their little hate fest.
The real war is within everybody's reactions. An event that brings out the worst in one person's reaction, thus bringing out the polar opposite reaction, bringing out another person's worst. And if we continue to just watch that ping pong slap back and forth of just bad emotional reactions, so triggered and charged with this negativity, you know, we're not going to get outside of that fight or flight state. It's going to be only fight, or it's going to be only flight. What we need to do, just like every issue that sits in the core of us, is dissolve it from underneath.
Just love and light, y'all.
Sometimes you got to sit with those subtle energies.
Right now, we can choose the higher timeline or we can choose the lower timeline. The choice is ours, 100%.
And we have no choice but to keep creating. So any other creatives out there, this is just to say that to you. Don't let your brains get boiled by the social hysteria. You are total gems. It's your job to remember that validation comes from yourself.